I know for a lot of you, this will be really hard, challenging feedback to receive. Say it with me. Stop tweaking your resume. I get it. You live and die by making updates to your resume. You are moving those bullet points around like nobody's business. You are changing the font, adding photos, moving things on and off your resume. And I get it. Feeling like you're like moving things around on your resume and that feeling of that you're doing something, that you're making progress in your career is a thrill. But tweaking your resume isn't going to move the needle on helping you make more money and have more impact. And so I'm going to implore you to stop tweaking your resume and share some things that you can be doing instead to really elevate your career. I'm Ashley. I'm the lead mentor with Mentor Me. And when I'm helping my mentees make more money and have more impact, most of them come to me telling me, Ashley, I've been tweaking my resume for weeks, for months, sometimes even for years. And they are experiencing so much frustration and so much overwhelm because they've been moving bullet points around and trying different formats and, taking things on and off their resume and worrying if, this synonym over this synonym is better. And I understand why people fixate on the resume, right? It's the thing you have to upload to apply for the job. It's the, a lot of people see it as like, themselves on paper, their skill set on paper. And so they want to make sure it's right. And also, let's be clear, I think that there is a lot of like this is the only thing I can control, so let me control it, right? Like I can't control if companies post jobs that I'm actually interested in. I can't control if they call me back, but I can control this 2-page, 3-page document. And so I'm going to control the heck out of it. And I get the sentiment and I honor that career development without support can be really stressful. It can be really overwhelming. And so this is why so many professional women find themselves tweaking their resumes over and over and over again. But I can tell you that another comma, another bullet point, another, synonym on your resume isn't going to help you secure the $30,000 salary increase that you're looking for. And moreover, it can distract you from actually the roles that you're actually interested in and positioning yourself as the best candidate. So stop tweaking your resume, and I'm going to be telling you what you can do instead to help elevate your career. So, number one, I want to invite you to work on what we call skill articulation. Skill articulation is your ability to clearly, confidently, and concisely articulate or speak to the value of your expertise. And I think a lot of people understand skill articulation, like intellectually they understand that they need to be able to speak to their skills. But often when they think about speaking to their skills, they think about the words on their resume. But when I talk about speaking to your skills as a career development expert, as a career coach, I'm literally talking about saying your skills out loud. And a lot of people wait until they get ready for interview to say their skills out loud. But I really want to invite you to practice saying what you're good at well before you worry about if you're going to get the interview or not. Because being able to clearly, confidently, and concisely articulate or speak to the value of your expertise needs to come first before we're updating any resume, any cover letter, any LinkedIn. And in my programs, I really specifically teach women how to, one, understand what they're good at, right? Like so many of the folks that I serve are like Jills of all trades, honey. They can fix your car. They can, change your tire. They can figure out, why your blinker not working, and they can, fix your brakes, right? Like if career development, if career was a car, they'd be able to do all of that. Right? They're like, oh, I can do graphic design. I can do copy editing. I can do project management. I can do people are all over the place when it comes to their skills. And I understand that in your current job, they maybe have you doing 2 or 3 or 4 jobs, right? But when you are on the labor market, when an employer is trying to hire you, for a job, they're looking at your salient skills in a very niche space, right? Like, they're not hiring you to be a Jill of all trades. They're hiring you to do a very specific thing. And so you need to be able to articulate your ability to do that very specific thing very succinctly, right? And so one of the things I teach my mentees is how to comb through all of their background, all their skill sets, all their degrees, credentials, certifications, years of experience, how to comb through all of that and get clear on articulating 5 things that they're good at. Just 5 things, right? And I get it. That might blow your mind. You're like, Ashley, like, you're telling me I can get a $30,000 salary increase by just being good at 5 things? And yes, I'm telling you the truth. I have helped hundreds of women do just that. Get really clear on exactly what they're good at in about 5 words or phrases, and then articulate those, because that's what employers are looking for to hire you for higher level and higher impact roles, right? And so that is what I focus on with my mentees. And so that's what I want to invite you into. Stop tweaking your resume and get clear on what you're good at and roll that into 5 concise words or phrases, right? So number 1, you've got to get clear on what you're good at. You also need to know what you're not good at. And I think too often folks aren't focused on this enough. Everyone is like, you know, how can I get another degree? How can I get another credential? How can I get another certification? And it's like, girl, you don't need another degree. You don't need another credential. You don't need another certification. It's okay not to be good at things. I'm not good at everything. And that makes me an asset, right? Because the things that I'm good at, I'm really freaking good at them. And the things that I'm not good at, you can hire somebody else to do that, right? You're not going to pay me to do 2 totally different things exceptionally well. You're going to pay me to do one thing exceptionally well. And as soon as you get out of the mindset that you have to be good at everything and step into the mindset that you can be stellar at one thing and be paid really well for it, the better off you'll be. So get clear on what you're not good at. Let me give you some examples. I, in general, am not a very detail-oriented person. I'm not good at the details. You need a vision? I'm your girl. You need some projections? I'm your girl. You need some futuristic thinking? Call me. You need somebody to be in the weeds looking at details, like detailed details. Like, see, I don't even, like, I'm so not detail-oriented that I don't even know the details. I don't even know how to detail a detail. Like, that's not me. And that's an asset, because on a team, you need both. You need someone to be a visionary to help us think beyond where we are, to provide strategy and insight beyond the thing that we're currently doing. And you need someone who's going to get into the details. Because I'm an expert at vision casting, because I'm an expert at big picture thinking, I pair well with people who are detail oriented, right? We make a great team. But because you're trying to do everything, it's really hard for employers to see how you're going to play on a team, because almost every job, no matter where you work or what you do, there's going to be some collaboration, some teamwork, some other stakeholders. And if it's not clear how you play on that team and what value you can add, you're not going to be a successful candidate, right? So it's important to know, it's important to know what you are not good at, so that you can learn how to amplify what you are good at, and so that you can weaken or downplay what you are not good at. And let me be clear, that, like, this is not like, I'm just not, like a lot of people, when I ask them about their weaknesses, they start lying. Girl, stop lying. Okay, what are your weaknesses? I'm just such a hard worker that sometimes I just work myself, to the bone. And, I'm just so, loving and supportive that sometimes I just do other people's work and my own. It's like, girl, who are you lying to? There's something you're not good at. Maybe you're not good at coding. Maybe you're not good at tech. Maybe you're not good, at supervision, like whatever you're not good at, like, let's get to the root and to the tuta, and let's be honest about that thing. And like, let's honor that we're not good at it, and let's focus on what we are good at. Now, when it comes to job search strategy, I invite my mentees not to really, like, you need to know what you're not good at, but you don't have to, like, now here's my strategy for improving it. No, not when you're doing a job search. When you're on a job and you have some professional development funds and you have the safety and the flexibility to work on gaps, great. Wonderful. Look forward to you working on those. But when you're job searching, now that is not the time to be skill building. Again, let me say that again. When you are job searching, that is not the time to be skill building. You need to be using the skills, knowledge, talent, expertise, degrees, credentials, certifications, years of experience that you already have. That is not the time to be like, oh, let me think about how I can gain a new skill. No. You need to be focused on what you're already good at. So stop tweaking your resume, get clear on what you're good at, and get clear on what you're not good at. And finally, practice saying those things out loud. So oftentimes people are like, oh gosh, like, how do I articulate this on this resume? How do I articulate this on this cover letter? And I get it, right? Like, often employers expect to see a resume or cover letter. They're going to see your LinkedIn before they see, before they get to speak with you. So I understand intellectually why you are like, let me work on the resume. However, your resume is going to read weaker if you can't even say the things that you're writing down with clarity, confidence, and conciseness. If you can't say those things that's on the paper, nobody's going to believe you when you write them on the paper, and they're never going to hear it because they're never going to call you in for that interview. They're never going to speak with you about your skill set. So in my programs, my mentees actually work on speaking to, saying aloud, verbalizing what they're good at before they ever write anything down on a resume. And that is a radical strategy in career development, because honestly, like, I think most career coaches are like, great, send me your resume and we can work. Like, no, girl, this person don't even know what they're good at. This person doesn't even have any confidence in the skills that they've been doing for the last 10, 12, 15 years. Like no use in you worrying about wordsmithing when you don't even know what you're good at. You don't have the confidence to speak to the value of your expertise in any meaningful way. And so, we work on a strategy called skill articulation through a framework called the I am statement in my programs. And I teach my mentees to say who they are, right? And this is beyond an elevator pitch or just some catchy phrase. Like, it really is like, here's who I am. Here's what I'm good at. Here are the skills that I have. And here's examples of those skills, in detailed and specific ways, right? And that gives my mentees so much confidence when they go to write the resume, because now it's like, I've already articulated what I'm good at verbally. I've already practiced that. So now when I'm writing this resume, all I have to do is write to the 5 skills that I already said I had, right? No longer do I have to try to think about what I'm good at and roll back in my mind all the 17 jobs I've had over the last 10 years. I can just I can reflect on the skills I said I had, when I was thinking about my strengths, and I can make sure that those strengths are observable in my resume. So again, I invite you to stop tweaking your resume. Girl, let the document go. Let the Word document go. Let the Google document go. Let the PDF go. Release. You are too tied up in this document, and it's keeping you overworked and underpaid. It's keeping you frustrated in your career. It's keeping you stuck in a job that is no longer serving you. Release the resume. Get clear on what you're good at. Get clear on what you're not good at, and work on articulating the value of your expertise verbally. And do not pick up that piece of paper. Do not open the document again until you do that. And if you're like, Ashley, I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to identify what I'm even good at. I'm here to serve you. I'm accepting new mentees right now. And so if you're a professional woman working in corporate, working in nonprofit, working in education, those are some of the industries that I primarily serve, although I do serve women all across different industries. And I'm accepting new mentees right now. I'm really excited to help you. I'm really excited to help you release yourself from this document that is holding you hostage, and set you free into making more money and have more impact. I will tell you that on average, my mentees see a $30,000 salary increase within 12 weeks of working with me. And I'm excited. That means that we can help you find and secure a new job by November. So let's get started. Let's do that work together. You can go right to my website to schedule a call with me. That first call is at no cost. It's just an opportunity for me to learn more about you, for you to ask questions of me, and for us to identify if mentorship is a good next step for you. So again, I am accepting new mentees. You can schedule a call with me right on my website. website. That website is mentor-me.org. That's mentor-me.org. I look forward to serving you. You need to let the resume go, sis. You should not be tweaking no resume on this holiday, this good holiday weekend. No, release. We need to work on some new strategies. You've been tweaking this resume for 4 years. Release. Schedule the call. Go to the website, mentor-me.org. At the top of the page, you can access my calendar. You can schedule a call. I'm available all week to talk to you about your career. We need to let the resume go. We cannot continue to tweak this resume, girl. It's not working, right? What do they say? Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's y'all with this resume. Girl. Let the resume go. Let's schedule a call so we can understand what we need to be doing instead. We don't need to be on the resume no more. Let the resume go. We need a different strategy. Tweaking your resume. You've been tweaking your resume since 2019. Just raise your hand if you're like, Ashley, why are you selling my business to the internet? Just raise your hand if you've been tweaking your resume since 2019. Girl, let the resume go. Let's just schedule a call so we can get you some help. This is not a shame-based conversation. This is just like, I know y'all. And I know that you have been tweaking this resume since Obama was in office. This is not the way. You are overworked and underpaid and playing around in a Google document. No. Let's schedule a call so that we can actually have a career strategy that goes beyond one document. This, like, your resume is not going to save you. That's what I should have titled this. Your resume won't save you. Right? Like, people feel like it's like the golden ticket. It's like, it's so much more. It's so much more to making more money and having more impact than the resume. Right? And I just want to help you understand what else you should be doing and then how to do it, and then walk alongside you as you do it so that you don't feel alone anymore. Okay? I'm excited to help you. Schedule the call. Again, that's a no-cost call. You can schedule it on my website. It's mentor-me.org. So mentor-me.org. My calendar is on the page. You can just click like schedule a call or connect with Ashley. And the calls are usually like 20-25 minutes. But we're just going to talk about what's going on in your career, what's working well, what's not. I'll talk to you about how I mentor my mentees and like how I help them make more money and have more impact, and we'll identify if it's a good fit for you. And if this resonated with you, like if you have been tweaking your resume forever and ever and you're like, girl, I do need some help, then it absolutely will. So I'm excited to serve you. I look forward to our call. Thanks so much for watching. Talk soon. Bye.